Alright. So, are we live? Are we live? Seems so. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another stream. Don't have anything super important. Hope I didn't miss. No, you just got here. We're just starting here. If you can tell by the music with the fantasy setting, we're gonna be playing first Rebirth, and then I'm gonna go through a couple other new things that's come out on the workshop, stuff I wanted to talk about. Just because, you know, nothing big's at the workshop, but we've gotten a couple nice things to talk about, the good and the bad, and yeah, that'll be it. I don't think I'm going to stream for very long. So, the first thing that we're gonna stream here. Sorry, I'm trying to advertise here. My stream's going. Is gonna be, what was it called? Rebirth. There you are. Right, Zombie Ghost. He did the Alien campaigns, and he is one of the more interesting creators here, because he does, you know, pretty much complete overhauls. Like, he did the Aliens thing, and now he's done this fantasy setting thing where you're a dude with a bag on his head. Alright, stream time. Epic Gamer. Hi, Eddie. You should play a real human being by this Rob Racer guy. Nah, that sounds too small. So, no, I've already got all the... So don't be asking me to play your level, because I've already got them all planned out. And I'm not going to deviate from this. I won't be playing the chat's levels until I hit 1,000 subscribers. That was the whole... that was the plan, is I'll do a stream where I'll probably stream for a good part of the day, hopefully. It might not be the day that I hit it, but the day I have free, stream a whole bunch of shit. Stream what you want. But right now, I just want to go over it. So first off, we're going over these, because he insists on using melee-only characters, but he changes everything for a short level. Apparently, this is the last one we're going to get. He's like asking for Patreon donations now to continue. And I don't think that's gonna work. But just immediately, I love all the detail, and it's not the best sprite work ever made. Like, these are the weird small horses, but the fact that he comes up with so much stuff. Now watch, I play tested this for him, so I know a lot of the secrets here, but I love this. Watch this. That is adorable. That is a really creative way to utilize the hookah sprite in medieval times here. And then like the chickens eating on some the recolored sun explosion to be grain is great. It's terrific. And I love it. And they even, like, I considered doing a medieval campaign at one point, but like it was gonna have guns, and like there'd be a story way to explain that, but I think he does it really well with the crossbows, with reskinning his pistols, especially with the little noise. And go blump. Although this is strange to me. I put his music mod on. Can you hear that? This is... Yeah, I didn't even pay attention to this, but yeah, this is... I was expecting some more medieval stuff. I mean, I imagine it'd be pretty easy just to take something from some video game. Some combat music. Interesting. I don't know this song, but it's, you know, more generic synthwave. I love his execution for the fats, too, the way the guts just spill out. Look at that. So yeah, so this is the kind of stuff I'd love to see more in the workshop, where someone's like... and someone just comes up with a setting that's not Miami and retools everything. And some things are easy to reskin, like he's got just, you know, recolored beds here to be more period appropriate and whatnot. Rob, Naked Hammer win. I don't think the internet's ready for Naked Hammer. That sounds another reason for me not to finish a whole game of Casper. dope. With Rob. Yeah, like when I did with Berlin Blitz, where it's a total overhaul. This is the kind of stuff that interests me now, more than anything. It just completely changes the setting. I mean, and there's so much creative here, like the way that you can take frames and change it. So I don't know what this replaces, but he just added some glow, and it's now a smelter, and then of course the torches. Horses are way too small though, you got little midget horses. And yeah, so I think this is about as close as you could get to a medieval campaign with the just doing the pistol. Like any automatic weapons I don't think would work, and he's notepadded them in. I'm curious if he took my advice. I'll have to test, because when you execute a gang member or whoever he replaced to have the pistol here as biker, it didn't work. It would break, and so I suggested doing the notepad trick that when you knock them over, they turn into a different enemy faction, one that he can execute. But I don't know if he did that or not. It would involve him having to make a bunch of new execution sprites, I imagine. But I mean, there was a good period of time between him releasing this and me testing it, so maybe he did that. I need to try to knock one over here. Midget horses, ponies. I guess I'm getting my ass kicked by this fat dude. Yeah, poor. Sad that the biker's very useful for reskins because he's easy. There's very few frames of his, and you don't have to worry about weapons and whatnot. That's why you can get away with shit like this. The biggest issue is he's one of the lesser fun ones to play. Like you've just set yourself at a disadvantage with him. The way he's only got 3 knives, and you can't pick them back up if you kill someone with them. And then he's got the melee timer and a long execution for fats. See, you can't ever kill him in time. I'm gonna try to knife him. Nope. I love the little noise, bonk. Who's left? There's not a whole lot to this level. Tony is this easy to reskin too. Those execution sprites can be rich. Oh, this goes for a lot longer. This tower wall. That looks really cool, the way they do that. Yeah, I don't know why this Axe Man is coming in and murdering everybody, but I like it. It's one of the most creative levels, and it's definitely getting its attention that it deserves. But I just want, and I know it's a lot of work, but this is the kind of stuff I wish people would focus more on, where it's like I'm gonna create a completely unique experience. Try to knock that guy down. Oh, he did! Yeah, because one of those dudes was originally a gun dude. So he did take my advice on the notepad. See? And that just adds to the realism, because it's not turning into a fucking, what's it called? Like the black dude from Midnight Animal. Like, it's like the placeholder sprite when it doesn't know what to show for executions. And I like their little teeny shields too, it's adorable. I'm trying to think of custom executions, but not coming up with anything. For Tony, it's hard because he's got like the sound effect. It's just 2 punches. I'm not sure. Raw, we have lives. Not all of us can make this. I don't like that excuse. If you're gonna, I'm talking about people who like to make things. That's what they should focus on. If you're making bad and boring stuff, and your reason is I have a life, then just don't even bother. Like, why are you making bad things? I remember there's fucking some kid who was asking me like super basic questions on one of my tutorial episodes. He's like, how do I add the end function? I was like, I show you in the video. He's like, well, what timestamp? It's like, well, watch the video. And he accused me of not having a life for making these 40-minute tutorials. And he's like, I have a life, so I don't have much time, so can you tell me? And I was like, motherfucker, I made the tutorials so I didn't have to answer questions every single day. That's why I made the tutorials. It's to help you. And if you're not gonna use them, then you're fucked. I mean, yeah, making levels, it's a time-consuming thing. But if your answer for why yours is lacking is you have a life, no, I don't buy it. Just take longer. Just it might take longer for you to come out if you can only work on it an hour or two a week. But you shouldn't just put out craps because you have a life. It doesn't reflect good on you at all. Look at those little goats. It's adorable. And I love the little tree stumps too. Like, it's something you've never seen before in Hotline Miami is a tree stump. Like that. Ah, fuck. And, like, the music's fine, I guess. Like, for a Hotline Miami level, but I don't know. That's another thing I'd like to see more is music that's not synthwave or Hotline Miami mods. That's why one of my favorite things, and I meant to stream it, but I played it off stream. I don't really want to go through it again. But I really like that zombie campaign that came out recently. It was very rough, but it had a lot of heart to it, and it tried to be something different, telling a pretty unique story. I mean, it was mostly based off a movie, but for Hotline Miami, pretty unique. The way they're all holed up in one building. I'm too busy with having a life to waste my time coding all day. Yeah, the music's pretty cool. I just don't. I'm surprised that it's not medieval music based off the first song. Based off the intro. That animation is so good. Oh dear. I wonder if you can hear my computer right now. I can hear it. It is mad at me for doing this. Do I have any other programs open? No. Okay. The only thing I can listen when thinking... The only thing I can think of when listening to this song is the music video for it, which has spiders. Ooh. This is from, I don't recall this song. What is this from? Is this a big song? Is this a well-known song? Full of spiders. Draw out these bowmen individually here. Otherwise they're gonna kill me every time I execute these fats. Come on. I really want to make a Duke Nukem campaign. I'm surprised Duke Nukem's still popular. I mean, his most recent game was a fucking train wreck. And the other one is just I always kind of looked at it as just a parody of Doom. Yeah, the sun is definitely frustrating because of his. It feels inconsistent, his melee. Also, I want to point out you can see the shine on his axe in the animation when he's walking. Wasn't there a Doom Hotline Miami campaign? Yeah, but it had 0 mods. It was literally just, I guess, the top-down layouts recreated as best as he could. And I mean, recreating a first-person game in a top-down doesn't always work. I guess this input lag is fucking killing me here. Nuke Dukem. It's a YouTuber, an annoying one. Fuck. I even recolored the knives. That's cute. It's like teeny butcher knives. Alrighty. Yep, so, yeah, I mean, there's not a whole lot you can say about this besides this is done really phenomenally and creatively. And I especially like it when they take unique items like the furnace here or the bucket and make them make sense, but completely recolored. I don't like these fences. And I think a lot of the reason these sprites look a bit rough is their lack of dark outlines. I would suggest you work on that. But yeah, ultimately, still a lot of fun, and you're not gonna get this experience in other places. Oh yeah, hold on. This is hilarious. Watch this. Fucking whinnies. I love it. It whinnies. Okay, so the next thing, well, first off, hold on, I'm gonna quit out. I gotta remove the sound mods, because I want that noise every single time. Alrighty. Actually, I'm just gonna watch it from here. If you don't have the sound mod, the horse revs like a bike. Yeah, I know. I think the horse is more funny than just the bike rev. I like that he put that extra detail in it. Alright, so the next thing that we're going on to is like the second pig butcher level ever created. Yas did a campaign that, you know, it covered the pig butcher pretty well. So we finally got something new from the pig butcher, which I understand why no one uses him, but it is nice to see him occasionally. Our speedy fat man. He's so fast. I still don't get why sound mods don't support VOODs. Either they did it intentionally to avoid the music issue, or the more likely is they just didn't give a shit because like a shitload of other stuff doesn't carry over either, like weapons. Like Denaton didn't make the WAD Explorer; it was some other dude. So why am I walking over this table? I didn't think you could walk over that table. And he's got the speedy stomps. They're the speedy stomps I love. Instead of fucking the opposite of the sun's taking 8 years to crush the dude's head, and he just enjoys it as his combo runs out. Fucking loser. I love how Martin's horse slides with his skills. Is that a thing? I kind of noticed it. Right, please don't get me stuck in the wall. Let's test that. Huh. That's weird. I guess not with the dog. Yeah, this map also utilizes corners for once, which is a fucking pain in the ass, but it definitely makes the level look better, especially because, like, normally that corner right there would be looking like a corner like that. Like it just looks a lot nicer. Plus, like you get the porch wall correct corners, and I don't know, it looks a lot better. So you could do a lot of creative stuff with the Pig Butcher's notepad, like enemies and whatnot, because like you can have an extra faction of just baseball bats, as well as this dude, which is really interesting. I feel like you could do something interesting challenge-wise, because like I don't know if well, he's not gonna kill me. Like I have a taser right now, but when he hits me, I lose the weapon. So if you could spawn a whole bunch of these dudes in or something, and like meanwhile you don't want to get hit by them because you'll lose your weapon, and like maybe dodgers or something will come after you and fuck your shit up. I don't know. I think there's a lot of underused thing for the Pig Butcher, but I understand why no one uses him. One, he's not that cool of a character, like conceptually. He's just a dude in a fucking wife beater and pig mask. But also, he only fights the cops, and they only have 2 weapons. 4 weapons if you count the taser. But yeah, it's a lot harder to come up with stories and whatnot. Sun, as he executes someone, 9 eoxines pass by, 1,000 species go extinct, Communist Reisman falls at least 4 times, and teleportation. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. He just sits there and grinds and grinds and grinds. Also, the taser has no execution animation. Yeah, but that makes sense. Because if you're holding on to somebody when you tase them, you're gonna get tased too. Their current's gonna go like through them and into you. So I don't know how you could do its execution unless you stood like right next to him, not touching them, bonked him on the head with it. Be nice if you didn't drop. I don't like how you drop weapons when you execute. Yeah. So ultimately, just a really well done Martin feeling level. Just a short little distraction. And yeah, maybe think about how you can make your own Martin levels. Do something creative with the dude who punches your weapon away, as well as he can also have the hammer, which is cool. He's the only one that can have the hammer. Not even Hammerin can have the hammer. Does the taser count as non-lethal kill? I mean, technically it's a non-lethal kill, but like it's just a kill in the game. Like it's not like an Evan thing. I don't know if the points are different. I imagine the points aren't different. You shouldn't get more points for it because it's easy mode. You just hold that thing down. Alright, the next thing I wanted to cover is history. And I liked history not only because it uses my sprites, but it uses them creatively in that it's not actually World War II, it's a museum. And while I resent him slightly for using a museum, because I'm using a museum for Human Being 3 with Hammer, this just seems... there's a lot of annoying parallels. I do think it's cool that he came up with a different use for the World War II sprites than the ones I had originally envisioned. He also added some of his own. Unfortunately, he didn't... I think he just took everything and put it in there, so like, this fountain has blood in it still, which doesn't make a lot of sense. That's like my one pet peeve. Also, his transitions are retarded. Also, he did... I like... someone else did this with the glass. What was it? It was Zombie Goose with the Alien Campaigns, where he made it like they don't connect, so it's just... it looks like one solid thing of glass. I think that looks better in a lot of cases. So you can see my soldiers here as mannequins, which I thought was really cute. But he also added his own like display cases, which, other than the lack of outlines, look really good. Like that MP40 here, or that Thompson, look, I like it a lot. Oh shit, I should do that for blimp. Do what with the blimp? What you talking about? Like my tank is just there, and there's the blueprints for it. Like it makes sense. It makes sense, and I guess this subway poster just explains it and whatnot. And then you got little dioramas here. Definitely, these sprites are a little rough. This is my first foray into really spriting anything. So I'll probably go. I'll do eventually a stream of Berlin Blitz going about like what I don't like with the sprites. But for the most part, I'm pretty happy with it. It was a good test, and if you don't start spriting, you're never gonna get good at it. So you might as well start. Doesn't matter. This dude always creeps me out in levels. He like every time I see him, because he looks so much like a gang member. The window trick. Oh yes, yeah. The window trick's cool. I'm probably gonna implement that in the human being too. Although, like, and you can even have like some windows sectioned off and some windows not, because there's different sprites whether or not they're attached to brick or the white walls or whatnot, or even these. I think there's a whole bunch of different window variations. So you could like get away with doing some of it. Blimp and casino. That looks nice. Yes. And he's got a bunch of little medals. Like, there's actually a lot of detail there. You can tell there's a little portrait right there. Very cute. Alright, yeah. And I guess he didn't realize this was a or maybe he did know what it was, but like he's using it as like something that's being drugged by this. This is the one thing that annoyed me. It was like, come on. That's not what it's for. Put the cannon on it. Damn it. But yeah, essentially I like to view this museum as a monument to the time that a naked man killed Hitler. Red window, wood, and plaster specifically. Okay. You could also make it during World War II like Berlin Blitz and have every one of the Zeppelins. You could do that, Foos. That'd be interesting. That would make more sense too if it was back then. 'Cause we don't got no Zeppelins no more. What's next? Alright. This one actually I've not played. I have no idea what it's like. I might not finish it. LED. Mac was just talking about it in the Discord the other day. So I'm gonna give it a shot. It should have been like the Modern Warfare Museum with the mannequins kind of like that was really cool. Right, this looks like trash. Is it a challenge level? Just like animals? I guess so. Invisible walls are something that I wish I could figure out more creative tricks with. I need to like make a list of their rules so I can think about more what cute things you can do with them. I have no idea, like, I have them in a couple spots in Human Being 3, but I want to do something creative with them. Actually, the original idea was more war-based version of Hindenburg. Named the Hindenburg Havoc, using Rob's Berlin Blitz Nazi. Yeah, I mean, I think that'd be pretty cool. I don't know if I was very lazy with those Nazi sprites, so like, if I wasn't going to use it in Berlin Blitz, it probably doesn't have the correct sprites filled out for it. Like, the boiling water one doesn't work, for instance. That's probably another reason people don't do them, because if you don't use hammer, it's not going to work. This is not worth finishing. I think that, I guess when they were talking about it, they were being sarcastic, because they made it sound a lot cooler than it actually was. Anyways, the next thing we're going on to is something to stroke my own ego, but I got some points to talk about. Hand Pain by Chad. Fucking Chad. Ree! I can scream better than that. Ree! Chad. Alright. He actually has really nice covers here, and it gave me the illusion that these levels were going to be a lot better than they actually turned out being, because they each have their own cute little, like, it's got this cute little art style, and I like it a lot, but, and then you get into the actual thing. They should make a Jeffrey Dahmer level. Speaking of Jeff, my name Jeff, right at the start. Oh, it hurts. used acid bats and shit. Yeah, so like, I don't know, this was the most deceptively disappointing thing I've ever seen, is because the presentation on the outside was like, oh wow, this is actually like a cute little hammer thing. But the very first thing, my name is Jeff. There are some good jokes in this, but yeah, this campaign's off to a great start. Yeah, I've been telling you the past 15 minutes. Don't worry, man. I can just pay you in back. Being gay is homosexuality, which is a sin. And frick, it's like, another fucking punch to the chest. Painful memes. So I do like the motif, and you'll see it later, that Manny Potter's got a smoking problem. You see my nigga Jeff? Fun fact, demolition walls break by how many bullets you hit them at once. Example, if you place a bunch of pistol gangs at a 2x to 2x. Huh. Interesting. I didn't know that. So, I mean, I guess there's no way that you could fix that, because you're not going to be able to shoot a gun faster. But, yeah, apparently, according to them, that this was inspired by Human Being, and you'll see it later on. Like, they'll directly reference it, or, like, and take a joke or two from it, which is good, and it's cool to be like, oh, hey, you inspired something, but, I don't know, like, the whole point of Human Being 2, at least, the first one was more like, I want to make something good, but also just kind of fuck around with the editor. But the second one is definitely like, I want to make a comedy campaign with effort in it, because there's none except for Cold War. Cold War was like the only effort comedy campaign when I started Human Being. And yeah, this doesn't count as one. This is something you make in 10 minutes. I also think that the combat should, and this is where some of Puzzlebox's stuff kind of falls apart too, is the combat levels should actually have a meaning in the story. They shouldn't just be, because it's Hotline Miami, we have to break up the jokes. Hammy, I love that nickname for Hammer. Please bring it back, Rob. Yeah, I kind of forgotten about it, Hammy. It was more like the strippers calling it to him. It's got a sexual tint to it, so his buddy's calling him Hammy. A little weird. Pyrocynical joke. Then it's fucking a furry joke. I don't fuck animals. I did like the pancreas joke though. Cold War Redux was nicey. I personally didn't like the color palette. Yeah, I mean, it's got this like really dull color palette for a comedy campaign, but it's clearly intentional. My two big problems with it is it's too cramped, it's too easy, and I mean, I'll probably go into depth with that later on. But if you're making a Hotline Miami campaign and you want it to stick with people, you really shouldn't have it be so easy. Like, I get that you want to get to the jokes, but it's still a Hotline Miami level. You should still put effort into the combat and make it memorable. Like, do you remember Dead Ahead? You remember the main levels of Hotline Miami 2. And I think that's more important than the writing, even if it is a comedy campaign. So it shouldn't just be like, oh, I gotta slog through this to get to the next cutscene, which I feel with some of Puzzlebox's stuff, and I feel with a lot of, I even felt that with Cold War, where it should be the main focus, even if it's a comedy campaign. Damn, it's been years since I've seen your streams. Oh, hey Steve, you still in my Discord? I feel like you're not there anymore. I don't see you in a long time. Not choosing Scalies. Little childhood bids counter. Have you guys been? I imagine you have, but have you seen like they'll take action scenes and put edit and any sound effects in them? I've fallen down that rabbit hole and wasted a lot of hours. It's too entertaining. No comedy campaign would be complete without Manny Pardo. Manny Pardo is the best character. Thank you so much for just another meme. And I have an empty shotgun. Also, like, consistently the floor transitions are backwards on this map. Or in this campaign, I mean. So yeah, this is like Assault, but it took you 10 minutes to recreate. No campaign, period, would be complete without Manny Pardo. Yeah, pretty much. He works so well in comedy campaigns because even in the main campaign, he's ridiculous and he's got this absurd premise. So it really works, but also the best kind of humor that really works and people really take advantage of in Hotline Miami is the dry humor where the characters are saying something ridiculous. I've probably covered this before, but it works because of the characters not having any facial expressions really. So they're like, so it's always funny when they're saying something just bonkers and they've got a completely straight face. They're not gonna break. It's perfect because of it. So Puzzle Box takes, I bring it up so much, but he takes advantage of that really well where they say something ridiculous. I didn't come here to talk with you. I would like to switch one. Hooray. Yeah, dry humor is fantastic, and I don't even know how to call it dry humor in these campaigns, but I don't know how I define it. But the way that they say something ridiculous mixed with the completely serious face, it's always funny, almost, unless you're doing memes. Welcome to the top 10 Fortnite YouTubers that have sworn. Yeah, so also just is another way you can really do comedy is just unaddressed visual comedy like this where Pardo's just got a string of cigarettes leading all the way up to him. Oh fuck, I done goofed up this time. Those cigarettes, oh my gosh. Yeah, so something like that's really the best visual gag that I've ever seen in a Hotline Miami 2 comedy campaign is the son is just on the phone in one cold open and he's like, yeah, and I could go for like 74 more Shark Tanks in here. Yeah, thanks. Something like that. And because he's only got the one in the recreation. And then he comes back a couple levels later and it's just filled with Shark Tanks. And they don't address it. But maybe I shouldn't be giving that voice bite. But it's with an A. It's with an A. I almost feel like this is a parody of that recent really cringy campaign where he like saves the naked lady. And it was just the most edgy, cringe bullshit I've ever seen. This is if it is a parody of this, it works because it is like a sun recolor that character was saying it. Yep, there you go. There you go. And the friendship between Sun and Henchi, as well as the friendship between Manny and Evan. It's just so perfectly exploitable for a comedy campaign. Hello. Alright. His name is Jeff in this one. Yeah, and that kind of hurts. Deleting criticism and making pixel titties. Yeah, it just... if you're thinking about putting sex into Hotline Miami, don't. That's my only advice for that. Don't. Anyways, I definitely wouldn't have been playing this if it wasn't for like a specific cutscene that someone showed me. You'll know it when you see it. And like, I don't know, like, just put some more effort into your shit, man. It's doable. You can do better than this. This is just clicking and dragging the same 3 types of tiles, probably done randomly. It does always trip me out, the characters freaking out like this. Like, one of the first things we ever saw of the editor, like cutscene creator, is a Instagram video from Dinaton where they're just giggling about 2 characters, like I think it was this character right here, like touching each other's asses. So like the fact that even Dinaton does it, it amuses me. What differentiates a campaign from too easy to accessible, as you putting it to me? Too easy is essentially anyone who's been able to beat the second game. If they can just clear through a level without hardly any issues, then, I mean, that's too easy. Like, I see it a lot with levels that have pretty small level design and focus mostly on random and especially idle enemies. If you've got like 1 idle enemy in each room and maybe a patrol in the hall, and that's it, like, that's really not gonna have not gonna be that fun. Especially also with dodgers that don't do anything but serve to be annoying. Like, if you've got a dodger in a room by itself, just delete it. Unless you know that it'll be guaranteed to run out of that room because it has to hear gunshots or something. But I mean, like, if you can clear a level without aggravating him, and then you have to go fish out a baseball bat, walk into the room, kill him. Yeah, bathroom dodgers. There we go. So yeah, that's what too easy would be. And then accessible would probably be like too easy. I would say like early Hotline Miami 1 levels, like early into the campaign. Accessible would probably be around for like Hotline Miami 2 levels, such as first what's it called, first act or whatever. The Ryder Casino level. So dodgers are better if they hear you before seeing you. Teenager prison. Yeah, pretty much. They're better if they're an active threat and not just a random annoyance that you have to deal with. If they're like if they force you to change your weapon while in combat, that can be fun. That can be exhilarating. When you can, like, you have to pick up a gun, shoot down the double barrel across the hall. Get the fat, and then find a way, like, shoot some melee dudes coming towards you, pick up their weapon so you can get the dodger. Especially fun when, like, to survive, you shoot at him and it freezes him, and you can, like, get the weapon. Like, anything that just does, anything that keeps you moving is good. Anything that keeps you, like, having to stop your progress, pick up something, go back into it. Or if he just motivates backtracking, like, that's not usually good either. Just if like you put him at the very end of the level, and so like you clear everyone, you walk towards the exit, he's there, you have to run back, pick up a bat. First trial, yeah, that's what it was called. Oh, God damn it. This was what I thought was funny. And this kind of comedy utilizes the way Hotline Miami levels are set up as the point of the comment. I'll show you. So, oh fuck, told you to the right. I've been cloning your friend, cartel owners. They don't have just intellect. Well, if he wasn't real, then it's all cool. But who killed him? Some paintbrush-looking fucker. That explains why your cartel is much, much shittier than mine. You're a pretty cool dude. Yeah, so like they make friends here. Friend. And then it's the same level, but everyone's dead. Fucking faggot Colombians. This was like that. That's how you want to tell a joke in these. Alright, that's cute. This part I did find funny out of the whole campaign. Yep. And then the Richter part. Let's get to that. Haha, funny meme. See? He even acknowledges that it's bad. Rob, how's life? It is okay. It's just alright. It's been rainy as fuck where I live, so I haven't been able to get outside and do any running. I'm all bottled up with energy. It's annoying. And then he dances in the toilet. Fuck you and your gay ass teenage piercing. See, that was one of my jokes. Oh wait, you know I wasn't even paying too attention to the story. He flushed himself down the toilet. That's what he did now. I didn't even realize that at first. But oh yeah, this. You know what this has? You know what this has? This has a combat level with a cutscene at the start. I even forgot to yell at him in the comments for that. Fucking combat cutscene bullshit. Like it's stupid easy, but still, don't ever do it. Don't be like, oh, it's only 2 enemies. Oh, it's super easy. Nope, don't ever do it. Don't ever fucking do it. Don't ever fucking do it. Ah, he drops an empty weapon too. This really fucks with me. Robbie gets increasingly angry and does some bad things. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I've made myself pretty damn clear about how I feel about the goddamn combat level cutscenes. Yeah, you fuckers still do. There you go. It is a mystery to me why they made the knife not always kill when you throw it. Like, having an inconsistent mechanic like that just doesn't seem like good design. I get that the knife's already overpowered, but making it inconsistent doesn't really nerf it. It just makes it frustrating as well as overpowered. I wouldn't even say it's overpowered in this game. It's overpowered in the other one. That game was a lot more focused on melee. I just want a playable Rob Salmon character. Kung Fu. See? This is the thing that needs to happen, Kung Fu. You need to finish it. Oh. I don't have ammo for this. I don't feel like reading this out loud because of all the N-words. Making things real is my thing. No, none of those things are real. Dude, prison kinda sucks, man. You said it, buddy. Yeah, he also uses my Richter putting on shades to tell it to do the yeah joke. Was that a tax deduction reference? I think they either use the same joke or it is a reference. Because I noticed it in tax deduction, which, ironically, we're playing that next. Because I was going to give an example of a really well done comedy campaign. Only time will tell what crimes I've done. Okay, good. Yeah, there's no cigarettes. They don't let them smoke in prison, I guess. Yeah, I've changed that slapping fish to like the baseball bat to fish. Rob the salmon. I like this. See, yeah, tax deduction is hilarious. It is pretty well done. That's nice. I need him as a witness to prove that I didn't murder Jeff. Plus Jeff that isn't actually doing it too. One thing I do find hilarious is that he tried to do like the fade to void with these tiles. That just looks weird. What campaign did that? And I think it kind of sparked it. Was the 50B thing, the Parker? Where they just used like straight up the 16 by 16 tiles as a fade. Going on with these prison boys? They are air security, actually. I love the taser. I love it so very much. It's totally broken though. See? Totally broken. Parker versus 50B is terrible. Yeah, it's pretty bad. I probably should stream that at some point too. Make fun of the writing. Fucking eating people. Although, I don't think I could take the piss out of it better than that one of the Witness. I think it's called the Witness campaign, where he's like, I bet she had a crispy vagina. Just taking the absolute piss out of all of it. Actually, I think I gotta destroy this. Waitering. Yo, way too much. Yeah, like 20 minutes cutscenes. Hey, alright. So this is literally the only reason I picked this up and didn't just brush it off as trash is because he referenced Human Being. Ash Davis said it was a 9.5 out of 10, so that must mean it's good and you're wrong. Does he stand by that to this day, or was that something he did way back in the day? Because, I mean, I didn't really, like, because, like, that was fucking 2016, like, early on. That was one of the first ones. That's why it's so far up there still. I mean, We didn't have a whole lot else to compare it to besides like the main campaign. What do you think about remakes, Rob? I don't think they're super necessary. Apparently Parker's being remade, but I don't know. Make some interesting levels. Don't do the Cold War thing where I just blow through them in 2 seconds, even though they're very pretty. Like interesting levels, not just visually, but gameplay-wise is what we need. Yeah, I mean, I'd rather see new shit. Like even because I played the Cold War campaign a couple times, and so when I played Redux, I was kind of trying to fast forward through the cutscenes a bit, just because I already knew what it was going to contain, because I was more interested in shooting dudes. Now, I did love the hub worlds. That was the best thing that Cold War Redux did, was the hub worlds. That was awesome. That was funny. I mean, his writing's always been great. It's just the ones I was skipping through were the ones that were already in there. I kind of knew how it was going to go. I mean, it's kind of like Max Payne 3. I love Max Payne 3. Love everything about Max Payne 3. At this point, I can't stand the cutscenes just because I've played it so much, and I know it so much. We need more Tony levels. No, I think you mean just regular Tony. I am Jeff, and I never actually died. Look at that rain. Disgusting. Alright, this is the best joke in the whole thing here. Mommy, gotta get peanut butter sandwich. I guess she was mentally as well as physically ill, unable to live on her own. Yeah! Down. A Kingsman or a James Bond campaign would be neat. That'd be cute. Oh, hey, they did do the yeah. I forgot about that. Whatever. Fuck you. Not asking for tendies. Did Kingsman 2 sucked? I didn't see it. I saw the first one. It was pretty good. Best part was the church shootout, obviously. And then, so they actually do pull a rider cycle here, it looks like. A Manny and Evan campaign. Yeah, so like they acknowledge it, that they're pulling a rider cycle, but they're still pulling a rider cycle. For like trying to advertise something else like this. But whatever. I think that's it, right? No, we still got... This is pretty fucking cool. Alright. Pulled a rider cycle. Created by Chad. Alright, inspiration, human beings is 1 and 2. Thanks to Rob Sam for creating in-depth level editor tutorials. You're welcome. Near perfect campaigns. But if you watch more tutorials, you should be making better levels than this. And I think that I don't think it's a thing that you can't. I think it's a thing that you just didn't try. So yeah, maybe a bit. You for this campaign, take the humor that was actually smart and funny, not the memes. Put them into good levels. And I mean, essentially, you've made Human Being 2 again, or 3. Not really 3. 3 is different. 3 is comedy, but it's... I don't know. There's more to it than just that. But that is how you do okay comedy campaign. Now this is how you do a good one. And its levels aren't fantastic either, but... Oh, it's campaigns. The writing is so much better in this. 1987. Before the rise of the mass maniacs, there was a time when Manny, Pardo, and Evan Wright were roommates. This was one of their many crazy misadventures. It's also smoking like a fucking furnace. So far, the mysterious man has been connected to 17 incidents. Although this, I don't know what this glitch is. I don't know if he did something wrong. I don't even know how to avoid it. I just know that when it happens to me, I fucking restart making the cutscene. It's this like instant camera pull. It's not smooth. It's like junk, junk, junk. Yeah. Oh, this one also name dropped me. Actually, what I was thinking of doing is creating a collection, like a Steam collection of levels that name drop me. See how big I can get this thing. Do you think Pardo's grandma is called Granny Pardo? Probably. Find this. Who uses deducting reason? Ah! I think he placed each line of dialogue in a different frame or something. That would make sense. Has he done Shell Shocked yet? Not yet. That'll be last. I just dropped my notebook though. Tell me what lists to play. Yeah. After I finish this, I'll do Shell Shocked, and then I'll probably be done. Depends on what goes on. I'm supposed to be my dinner is supposed to be coming soon. I think Pardo's gonna get lung cancer. Yeah, we actually have a campaign where you can play as Jacket with cancer. I'm sure you all know which one that is, and if you don't, the chat will tell you. Ryan Dwarf. I wonder who that is, Ryan Dwarf. Dwarf is too weird of a name for it to be random, like a name pulled out for a character. Ryan Dwarf is definitely a real person that this dude probably knows. Or at least Dwarf. He's really good at his job. And I actually wonder that might be the creator, because this campaign actually goes pretty in depth with taxes. Alright. I don't feel like a child made this because of how fucking technical the fucking taxes get into it. You'll see. Dwarf is fraud backwards. Okay, I get it now. Okay, so maybe I'm wrong. Okay, fucking hell. I like how his version of the IRS, they've just got like money scattered evenly everywhere. Like, it's not even like it looks like money was spilt. It looks like someone had a pile of money and flipped it around like a flower girl. The IRS carefully places a trail of money. That's a nice laugh, though. Wonder if I could use it in CC3. Oh, goodness. Yeah. Yeah, of all the sound bites I've made this stream, use that one. My laugh. Gotcha. Wow, never have I seen great foreshadowing since eCash. Oh goodness, I'm not gonna show the image on stream because I'll get banned off YouTube. But we made a No Love for Deep Web parody called No Love for Deep Red, and it's just fucking this is fucking face on that dude's penis. I love it. Stay back. I have a schedule. I have a schedule, a claim. I feel like that's a typo. This motherfucker got a paper cut, and I'll do it again. Mildly annoying pain. Can you post that shit on the Discord? Yeah, it's already on the Discord. If you search some keywords, you'll find it. It also asks you to file my taxes. Oh, you're looking for a tax attorney. You say so. Yeah, you must be his homicidal detective friend. See, like when they say bonkers shit like this, and they got like the straight face. I know he's got this like creepy smile here, but this is how you do Hotline Miami humor. Jake probably has a monster dong. Let's be real here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Holy shit! I can't believe that we are still alive after swerving to avoid a squirrel, hitting a food cart, and wrecking that car. And Manny's sedan is completely fine. Truly, a great miracle has occurred. Son of a bitch! Damn my fan. Oh no. Cut my finger drink. I like how he's just cut in two. Also, it's fucking white dude with fucking black face sprite. What about the Manny Gear campaigns? Those are interesting. Yeah, those are interesting is a very good way to describe the Manny Gear campaigns. I've considered streaming them, but they look long, and I don't want to I don't want to spend that much time on them. They look pretty bad, but I don't know. I've only played Metal Gear Solid 5 too, so I feel like a lot of it I miss out on a lot of the jokes here. Yeah, Many Gear campaigns are flawed in a lot of ways. Ironically, they use some of the same flaws as the Metal Gear games, like way too long cutscenes, shitty checkpoints. So it's still doing that weird jerky thing. I hate that. I can't tell if their jokes are serious. They're partly jokes, but like calling the campaigns like Skin Eater and stuff like that's like unironically he thought that would be funny. I don't know. Any jokes involving skin and Mini Parto now are just over, bad, terrible. I don't know. What's funny is like that was completely played serious by the devs, and I know that they completely abandoned this community, but they have to know about the memes being like making fun of it. Because the "I was born with thick skin" that became a meme because of how like weirdly out of place the fucking quote was. Never actually played MGS. I never know if they can put campaigns. I mean, until the newest, their gameplay kind of looked like garbage. So, I don't know. Plus, I don't have a PlayStation, so I can't play some of them. Did I not clear them all out? Gotcha. I have like 0 Nintendos or PlayStations. I only have Xbox and PC. Yep, I'm in the same boat. Got my toaster, laptop, and an Xbox One. Not a true hardcore gamer. So yeah, like clearly these levels didn't take that dude a whole lot of time to make. Like this is a pretty acceptable first try at a campaign where you don't have the item list memorized very well. You just kind of go on, you don't have tricks or anything, but at least you design the levels to where they're playable and they're fun. And you might be breaking the rules a bit in some places, but I want to scroll to the chat because it's gone too fast. Deep Red or Workshop Wars? What are you asking about with those? I thought there was more context to that. Are you asking which I prefer? Deep Red by a million years. Deep Red is the best fucking bad campaign ever made. Did you know if you take every cutscene and you just get 12 hours of cutscenes? That wouldn't surprise me. He's probably dead. That's a mafia hideout. Jeez, Evan, calm down. Could have been that bad. Oh, I threw everything in the building. So, I do that every day. I think there should be a way to trigger an event if you're in Rage Mode or mode, so you can get a special dialogue only for you. Yeah, that would be cool. What I had an idea for a character, in that you were like when you're melee, you're Evan, but you can also pick up guns. Like you can pick up guns, and if you hit like probably E or something, you'll disarm them. But just picking them up, you can actually use them. And the whole idea is like, do I want to take melee and like go the non-lethal route, which is harder, or do I want to pick up guns and go the lethal way? And that's kind of how Metal Gear Solid does it, or 5 at least. I don't know about the other ones, but I really like the way they did that, where it's like, and like obviously there'd be, if you kept more people alive, there'd be reasons. My doorbell is strong. Uh-oh, UPS dude is here. Hotline Miami Redux is okay. No. No. It's not acceptable. Hotline Miami Redux has a timer between when you die and you respawn. That is the death of Hotline Miami. Plus, none of the things that they tweaked visually look good. Like, uglier police station, uglier subway station. Like, putting the redial items in random locations. Mr. UPS man for human being thing. It fixed some of the problems. It added a lot more problems than it fixed. I mean, it made better guns. That was about it. But even then, they fucked it up with the screen shake. Why is every other business in Miami a front for drug manufacturing scheme? Okay, so this is where it's like either he's bullshitting this and he's really good at bullshitting this, or he has some sort of knowledge about taxes. Really? Sure, you file a Roth IRA with several years of tenure, cross-file the drug funds with your capital gains, and add a 401k 3B. It's tax deductible via loophole. Are you just talking out your ass? Is this from something else? Yeah, pass it. Like all police officers, I loathe homeless people. Oh god. Sure, you guys go on ahead. No, I'm doing it. And you have no dependents, so that combines with your pension works out also. Your freak boning actually gets you one last itemized deduction. Like, what the fuck does that even mean? Social commentary, hell yeah. Is now a good time for me to say that I updated Hunters in Snowfall recently in preparation for us? I thought you already did that. We streamed that, dude. We streamed the update. I've already made that announcement. I'm writing a pacifist character and I don't know whether I should mention the rage mode. Well, if you're gonna do an Evan character, you mostly have to leave it ambiguous. Yeah, you basically have to do it in, like, like, you can't just acknowledge, like, oh wow, I'm glad you spared everybody in there. And he's like, yep, I spared everybody. And then someone that you knocked down was like, thanks for sparing me. Like, you kind of have to set it up to where it's unknown, and that's kind of how Evan does it. So you can silently judge it. Hey Rob, what do you think of food trucks? I'm gonna to a food truck today and I'm eating good foods. That's good for you. I like the food trucks that used to come by my dorm room in college. I used to eat there when I was too lazy to go all the way to the food kitchen. I feel like the author actually knows shit about taxes, which makes this campaign a lot funnier. Yeah, it trips me out. I wish it went even more in depth, but I mean, yeah, it just fucking works. Mod Evan turns into the Hulk during rage mode. The state of Max Shelling. Yeah, good thing you didn't kill anyone could be a compliment or extremely passive-aggressive for a writer character. Yeah, something like that is, there's one other shitpost campaign was like, Evan was like, I didn't just murder / non-lethally take down everyone in that room just for nothing. Oh wait, hang on. We streamed the SF update, but I updated OG Hunter afterwards. Okay. Alright. Oh shit. To get attacked. No, Evan, don't sully your reputation as a reporter for associating with a criminal. I'll make it on my own. Living on the run. Goodbye, Evan. You were a good friend. Daniel and Mon send around a passive as protagonist, and the story changes according to the amount of kills. Oh wait, that's Undertale. Just because Undertale did it, though, doesn't mean it's bad. I think that'd be a really interesting thing for a Miami mod. Like, Undertale's not even bad. It's the fucking fan base that destroyed Undertale. I don't know. Maybe Undertale is bad. I didn't play it a whole lot. I got to the part where I killed the rabbit woman, and then I got a little bit further than that, and that was it. I love pistol execution. You just put your foot on their chest, like they're not getting back up. Boom. I know people do a lot of Hawaiian shirts for each of them characters. The plaid shirt. Plaid? That'd be hard to do. I feel like I have seen that though, but it's rare enough for you to go ahead and try it. Angry Undertale scaring in the distance. Yeah, I don't think Undertale has a whole lot of fans anymore. I think they've all been fucking shamed out of vocally admitting they like Undertale. My favorite Undertale memes are the ones where they like take a hard-boiled series like Canon Lynch and like change the title to say Undertale. So it's got like those fucking two gruff, grizzled old men, and it says Undertale. Not blue and red scares Plaid, I mean red. Does Undertale have fan mods and stuff? I've heard nothing about it. I've really not kept track. I played it a little bit. I'm not a huge fan of turn-based things. I prefer more visceral combat, like this. Fucking spinning in a circle. Bullshit. And I don't know, like if I do a turn-based game, I'm gonna first finish Lisa. Have you played Lisa the Pointless? No. I have it. I have one of the Lisa games. I don't know which one you're referencing. I know there's like a bunch of like standalone stuff. The community is literally just furries at this point. Yikes. It seems like it could be a touching thing, and the fact that like one dude made it and it's like his little passion project, I like that. It's just, I don't know. I prefer shooting dudes. Looks over, has like 80 something hours in Call of Duty World War II. Lisa the Pointless is like the Hunter Snowfall of Lisa. Okay. I love how evenly spaced out all the enemies here are in their cutscene. Just how like Blues Brothers ridiculous it is. Beats me. Wait, what about all the IRS guys that I killed? Aren't I in trouble for that? They're also homeless people. The IRS has yeah. And we all had to butt new ones too. Damn hobos. I have 1,700 hours. I want to know why the Colombian mob and police mobs are working. I don't know. It's a paradox. I prefer shooting dudes. Yeah, that's not that crazy to say. In video games, paradox. Rob, want to hear your nightmare? What is my nightmare? Glad everything turned out at the end. What a crazy misunderstanding. Actually, game director Ryan Dwarf for committing tax fraud. Then he fucked up the fucking... fucked up who was saying what. Being in the Hotline fandom kind of instantly labels you as a psychopath for most people. Does it? I don't think it's that bad. I'm too distracted by the fucking zip zooming camera. Give it D. Alright. Oh hey, this one also name drops me. So thank you for playing this. So that's how you do a good shitpost campaign. And I would still call it shitpost because it's not like there wasn't a ton of effort in those levels. You can crank that out in about 30 minutes. I've only met 2 genuine psychopaths in this fandom, funnily enough. Yeah, I think I know one of them that you're referencing. At least in my town it does. Do you have a whole town that's against Hotline Mammies? What a touching story about taxes and the Colombian Mafia working with the police force. Yeah. I think they're just supposed to be dudes in suits or something. I don't know. There wasn't a whole lot of mods for that campaign. I don't think there was any. But yeah, so dry humor. If you're not gonna take the effort to make pretty looking levels, at least have them big enough to run around in and lay it out well enough. And yeah, and no memes. That was the other one. Anyway, so we're about to move on to my final level I'm streaming tonight, which is Shell Shock. Now, you probably already played it. You probably thought it was pretty good. You might have thought it was a little too hard. I would say this is one of the best levels that we've gotten ever, period. Jaden took so long working on this, and it was very nice for me to be able to play test it along with him. I think it's helped my level design a lot, looking at what this is used. Um, and this level genuinely feels like a Hotline Miami 2 level. Like this literally, if someone spliced this level in to the interlude where Richter's playing stuff, it would fit. It totally fits. Shell shock gave me PTSD. I've been able to full combo the first 2 floors with combat, but I couldn't get over to the final one, and I'm not gonna do that now because it'll take me. My food's coming probably in about 20 minutes. It's a ball buster, yeah, and it also shows how you can do good off screens. Like, and I don't want to say I flip flopped on this, but I've kind of evolved my opinion on off screens because they used to be like, if there's an off screen, it's bad design. But you can do them if it trains the player. If they're just random off screens, then it's bad. Like you've got like a random enemy off screen, like by some glass, so you have no idea if you walk past this location, you'll get shot or not. But yeah, also it just like there's so many like custom assets with the fucking whatever it's called, the hot dog stand and everything. Like so many little details. The art design's good. I fucking love this level for all the reasons. And what it feels like is Demolition, because it first starts you out with this interesting first floor where you have to do some fancy footwork to get this fat. And fucking miss that off screen that I'm anticipating here. I have full combat at 3 times, and the highest I've gotten is an A+. This is a good boat level. Hey! Yeah, someone thought this was a boat instead of a pier. And... Whoops. Yeah, he set it up to where you can only get the S rank if you full combo it with mostly melee. Which, fucking hell, I have no idea how you could even do that. But you need to, like, do melee and executions a whole lot more. Basically what he did is, to get that score, he just placed the same amount of enemies into a blank map, killed them all with 1 axe swing, and took that score as, like, the S rank score. Which I feel like that might be a bit of a flawed way to go about doing it. I'm curious if anyone's got the S rank at this point then. Odd, I didn't get the full comment. I've got an S rank before. Could that have been on the test level before he fully added in the score? Because, I mean, at this rate, I'm probably going to get like a D at best. What the fuck? That's happened to me twice now. I think it's me coming from a campaign to a single level. How the fuck do you think this is about? That kid's an idiot. He's left some hilariously bad reviews on other people's shit. If you remember Matt's Requiem, he said it wasn't very funny. And it was like, there wasn't any jokes in this campaign at all. It wasn't trying to be funny, trying to be serious. And like, I don't know. That kind of review is very... Plus, he ended it with, like, I think a number score. And that really grinds my gears when people give arbitrary number scores, like fucking IGN. Like, I don't think you should do it for video games or art in general. Is this, like, oh, 9 out of a 10. Like, because it's arbitrary, it's dumb. Games and art set out to do different things sometimes, so... What the fuck? Why is the transition broken here? Alright, I'm gonna try it one more time. And if it's not gonna work, then we will play something else. Oh. This is like the subscribed version of Shellshock too. This isn't like I've got one of his test levels. You need to restart your game. Okay. Well, just do that then. What the... Fuck. So, hopefully this will work. Nice update adds nothing new except ruining several thousand transitions. What are you talking about? Did they add an upload? They update the game and fuck something up? I don't think that's the case. This transition glitch is actually not the first time I've seen it. I remember it happened to me with Fanta or whatever, that level where the Corey reskin goes to the church. It's the one I remember it, like where I first figured that one out as a problem. There we go, hooray! And like it essentially, the way it plays where you're going upwards and the screen is a rectangle, so you barely have any way to look up to see what's coming. So this little area kind of turns into an arena for you to fucking survive in. Oops. I love the planks. I love everything about this level. Yeah, all of that's fucked up. Yeah, the transition glitch has been around a while. Anyways, thanks for letting me know I should just restart my game back, because I did want to show off this level. There was a time I tried to full combo it for a video, but it just wasn't going to happen. Because when I record, it fucks up some of the inputs, and you have to be on your A game when playing this shit, so... I'm gonna try to go for a good score, though. See if I can get something. Yeah, you can chain those together. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I definitely didn't time this well because I wasn't planning on chaining them together. Every single time. One thing that's interesting to me though is that Jaden plays with a controller. I don't know if he still does this, but I remember he used to play a lot with the controller, and I feel like that makes the, I don't know if it makes it easier. I feel like once you get good at the controller, it probably makes it easier because you can spam a much more generous lock-on. And I don't even know if he uses lock-on. I'd have to go back and watch the video. But I'm curious if that just makes the game easier, like once you get the hang of it. It feels like murder to me, because mouse and keyboard forever. Not to reopen an old wound, but I'm curious, is there anything you liked about HM Redux? I like the guns felt a bit better. I like some of the little details, like the scar with the biker. I didn't even get to that point, but people were showing that off. Like some of the small details, the guns would have felt better if it wasn't for the screen shake, but it also made it easier. Then people were like, oh, well, we'll take out the frustrating opening in Hot and Heavy, and the frustrating, like, 4 glass rooms in Hot and Heavy, because people complained about those, but you're making the gameplay easier, so if you're making the level design easier at the same time, you're just making an easier game at that point. And I mean, Hotline Miami was known for its difficulty, so I don't know why that would be one of your goals. It's confusing to me. And like, Tony Abyss said to me, it was like, oh, it was because it wasn't play tested well, but it was like, clearly in your head you had to have thought, like, oh, if I take these windows out and place only like one idle enemy here, that's easier. You have to know level design. It had to be a conscious decision at some level. I don't know. Plus, fundamentally, I just don't think it needs to happen. Like, other than a couple bug fixes, the game is really good already. Hotline Miami 1. I feel like that energy could be used to create your own thing, your own new experience. Not taking the axe. Yeah, I forgot about the axe, didn't I? This level's scary as fuck, this final floor. Not as a masterpiece as the floor before it, but it was still good. It's also way easier to go on this side. If you come from that side, it's a fucking nightmare of double barrels because this fucking dude exists. That dude. Right there at the window there. Basically, I like levels that force you to fight hard, like that put you into trouble immediately. If you're not able to slink back and hide, or take it slowly, that's a good level. And this level's sort of like that. I would say you could probably play it a lot slower, and I am playing a bit cautious right now, because I'm not caring about the full time mode. Get out of there. Damn it! Picked up a weapon without any ammo in it. I just feel like HLM2 flows better than the first game. Yeah, it definitely does. Definitely flows better. And that in itself, if that's what the Redux, because that's what I assumed it was at first, if you're going to make the first game flow as well as the second game does, good. But make the levels harder. Make it have an actual challenge. Make it so I can't do like the first couple levels instantly without hardly any deaths. Like, I didn't even realize the game-breaking glitch of the respawn timer until later on when I started actually dying. Make a lethal version of Trauma, so I don't have to stealth it. Ah. I legit made a petition to get the levels editor to the PS4 because I couldn't afford a PC and really wanted to play a real human being. Yeah, I'm sorry that you can't do that. It just, you know, I mean, one, it doesn't make sense with the controller, like, to edit. But I don't know, it'd be cool if you could access levels or something. Like, I know like the Good Old Games version got an update, so you could at least play the levels even if you didn't subscribe to them. And so what people would do is drop them in the folder, or if you pirated the game, technically, that's how you would do it. And that was dude, 2 rooms, loading, issue, not death count. Well, I mean, I know it was an intentional. I know it was a glitch. I know they didn't make it intentional, but the more times you died, the longer it took. At least that's what I was explained to, and if that's what I felt it, that's the first issue that needs to be addressed. I might actually stream the hard mode playthrough because I really want to go through that on Redux once that glitch is fixed. Like, I don't care for the other glitches that like scissors fuck up and what other dumb little things, like small little glitches like that are just like pains in the ass to fix, and it's like not really a big deal. Like that's acceptable. It's the glitches that actually like hinder gameplay and respawning. I wouldn't have released it until that was fixed if I were Have they ever updated Redux? I haven't heard about it yet. I would have imagined they would have made a update, like a like a thing on the sub, like an announcement. I know that he says he plans on working on it. Who knows? The people weren't kind to it, and then there was fucking retards like Buffett Time laughing at it. It's like even if he had legitimate complaints about it, it's like it's fucking Buffett Time. Oh, that was it. I guess there's no enemies up here. I forgot about that. Yes, I'm gonna get an F for this. F or D. Because I don't think I comboed anything. I like its little fish balls. I don't know, I just like everything about this. Like, almost everything's custom here. And it just, it makes me wet. This is what you should strive for. This is the peak male Hala Mammy level. This is a Chad level. I never knew Fs existed. They fucked up the scoring at one point, and I got an F on Dead Ahead because I full comboed it. I was pretty upset about that. I think the only way to play it, to get an F on shit, is to play it on hard mode. Rob gets wet, part 1. D-, alright. Not an F. The score would overflow before it got fixed, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think that's how it worked. Alright. Play a few of my levels. No, you have to come back to my Discord before I play any more of your levels. Plus, I said I wasn't gonna do that. I'm not gonna cave. Fucking subscribe, because once I hit 1,000, that's what I'll do. I'll make a list. Like, I'll stream me subscribing to this shit, and we're almost there. Let me check on my phone here. What are we at right now? 988. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. Alright, so appreciate it. Thanks for watching. I hope you learned something here. I used a plethora of good and bad levels to try to teach you something this stream, and I hope that we can get nicer levels because of it. Fucking strive to become shell shock, ladies and gentlemen. Strive. And I will catch you guys later in the next stream, probably next week. Goodbye.